Stitchy friends, welcome to Cross My Stitches. Today is July 18th, 2024, and it is a WIP parade. I wasn't going to do this, but I changed my mind. I said, oh, let's go and show you things that you haven't seen in a long time, kind of get my midway point for the middle of the year, see how much I can get done before the end of the year. So before we get started, though, I want to talk to you about Tunnel to Towers. Tunnel to Towers is an organization that supplies veterans, first responders, police and fire with help financially when there is a disaster or there is something in their life that is catastrophic. So a lot of veterans that are handicapped or veterans that are homeless, this is an organization that helps them greatly. They are doing the things that our country is not doing for those people that we count on the most, who are in the military, or they are firefighters, they are policemen, they are any kind of health care or ambulance or anybody that needs help. Tunnel Towers is there for them. So I'm asking you, if you're watching this today and you are in the U.S., even if you're not in the U.S., and you care and want to help for first responders and veterans, please think about doing monthly donation to Tunnel to Towers for $11. My husband and I have been involved with Tunnel to Towers, try saying that T2T, Tunnel to Towers, for several years now, and it's great to see the work that Frank Siller does with this organization. Now, Frank lost his brother on 9/11. He was a New York City firefighter, and he ran to the Twin Towers to help save people, and he lost his life. And so Frank Siller started this this organization and has helped hundreds of thousands of veterans, military, people that are firefighters, they are policemen, they are first responders, and he is currently building, well, I don't want to say building because that's not the correct word. He is taking hotels that have been closed down. He is refurbing them and making homeless veterans places to live. And it's all taken care of, and they have their own place to live and get them off the streets, which is absolutely fabulous. So if you're interested in making those monthly donations, and we're talking about $11 a month, a fast meal, a couple of coffees at this point would greatly help. And you can go to t2t.org. And please, if you feel it in your heart that you want to do that, please do that for me today. So let's get going with the WIP parade. I have lots to show. I've got at least 30 plus WIPs to go through. And some of them I have not touched in quite a while. Some of them I have. So let's just go through it. And I'm going to share my oldest WIP, I don't call it my worst, my oldest WIP, and I have no excuse for not having this completed. I feel like my camera is not straight. I don't know if that's right or not. It'll stop rocking in a second. That might be better. Okay, so it is Miss Christmas Eve by Mirabilia. Started this on Christmas Eve 2017, and it's still not done because I have not beaded it. All the stitching is done. I have her on a scroll rod because I was going to do the beading, and I keep saying I'm going to do the beading, but I have not done the beading. And there she is. She is completely done. And this is a 32 count opalescent wintry moon by Zweigart, and I over dyed it with Rit dye to make it darker. So I know you probably can't see the glimmery effect, but she is really beautiful on this, and I am ashamed to say that I still have not beaded her. I don't know why I'm holding off doing that. I'll put this down. I guess, I don't know, somehow that gives me stress and anxiety to think about it, but at some point I will get it done because I have the beads. I just need to sit and do it. So that's my first one. And we're going to go one by one. I tried to unzip all these bags. I got 2 full totes of project bags. So let's start with this one. This one is in a bag that I made. It's a patriotic bag. And the item in here isn't necessarily patriotic. My bags don't really match what they should. I should reorganize, but yeah, that's for another day. First one is the Light of Winter. This is something I'm currently working on, and I have done quite a bit since the last time I've shown it. This is by Brenda Gervais. The fabric I am stitching on is a 36 count R&R called American Chestnut. We're doing it 2/2, and this is where I'm at. Sorry, no ironing today. So I've completed quite a bit of the border, did the flower motif in the bottom there. I can't remember if that was there the last time I showed this or not, but I've done a lot on that work on that border. So I am hoping to get this done this year. I started this in February of this year when some of the girls at my stitching group were working on it, and I've had one or two that have finished it. I have not finished mine. I'm going to drop things on the floor. My next one is a new start that you haven't seen before. This is Prairie Schooler Garden Alphabet. It not only is it Christmas in July, but it is also the Northwood Stitcher, Sarah. It's her birthday month, and we're doing Prairie Schooler, so I figured, okay, I started some Christmas ones, but I'm going to start this one too. And I'm doing this one on a 32 count vintage country mocha, and I'm doing it 2/2, and so far I've gotten 2 of the little alphabets done. And I started this past week, so my plan is, and of course you know how I am with plans. I mean, if I make a plan, I pretty much kill it right then and there. But my plan is to get at least one little motif a month done, which wouldn't be that, or not a month, a week. One motif a week. So 26 weeks I could have this done. And this one I have to zip up because this bag will open up on me. So we'll see if I can do that. I've got 2 done so far. My next one is a project that I MIA'd, but I don't ever really dismantle or get rid of my MIAs. Some I do, but most of them, if I've done some work on them, I kind of hang on to them because I might want at some point to pull them out and work on them again. So they get hibernated. They're in the deep hibernation bin. And this one is Lavender and Lace Angel of Freedom. She's right here. See, Kim, I still got her. Kim and I started this one, and she finished hers long ago, and I think she's already finished the other one too, but I still have mine. And I really want to start working on her again. She is being stitched on a 32 count opalescent Lugana that I hand dyed myself. And there she is. I turned her into a redhead, and she has got part of her body done. Her face is completed. And I was just having a hard time stitching on this. I think the opalescentness of the fabric, plus that I dyed it and it shrank a little, is making it a little difficult to stitch on. But as I'm looking at it now, I can tell all my stitches look great. So I really need to pull her back out again. I will next year. I already have my plan set for this year, but I will definitely pull her out next year. I started her in January of 2021. We were supposed to get them done in 2021. But she has been sitting and waiting for me to get a clue. My next one, I should be showing my bags, I guess. This is my Halloween bag that I made. It's got a little handle. Love kitties and Halloween. And I have this. This is what's hanging off my bag. It's like a little skull. I can't get it to stop swinging. There it is. It's just a little skull that hangs off of there. And this is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Everybody knows pretty much what that looks like. And I am still working on block 2. I'm doing this on an 18 count Aida that I hand dyed myself. I started it in August of 23. So we're coming up on August of 24, and I'm not even done with 2 blocks. So that's pretty darn slow. But there it is. It is hand dyed by me fabric on 18 count. And I love it on this. I still have to make some changes on it. I talked about it before. I was going to pull out pull out the skeleton and restitch him in some glow in the dark fabric because he kind of blends in with this fabric. And I still need to fix the moon, put the cobwebs up here, and then I have to finish this block and I can move on. I think what really would help with this one is if I just outlined all the blocks. Do mindless stitching at night when I don't feel like looking at a chart and stitching, when I just want to do something mindless, that I could just stitch the blocks in. I think that would help me a great deal because maybe I could jump around a little more and get some more of it done. But that will be for next year. My next bag is my bird bag. And in here is my bird project. Every once in a while, I do actually match the bags. This is Summer Comes Calling, Leisure Arts. Lots of people love this design. I know there's a few people looking for the pattern. You can find it usually on eBay or something. I started this in March of this year. And I don't think I've gotten anything done since the last time I've showed it. But there it is. Showing is just difficult. It's just difficult. I can't get, see if I can grab this fabric. There we go. There we go. There it is. It is a 32 count Snowdrift by Stephanie. So it's just got, looks like a sky. I think that's perfect for this design. Got two birds working on that, plus that house. Again, this is something that's going to be held until next year. It is not on my top 10 list for this year to complete. My next one, I will have to post a picture here. It is by Jardin Beauvais. It's called The Way to Happiness. It is a freebie chart on her website or her blog. I'm not sure which. If I think about it, I will post a link down below if I can remember to do that. It is being done on a 32 count vintage country mocha. And I'm about a third of the way done with the pattern. It's being done 2/2, called for colors. And there it is. So really enjoy working on this one. And of course, this one is not in my top 10 either, so it'll be held for next year. And this one's just in a pretty springy, one of the first bags I ever made. The next one is in this bag right here, and it's quilted. And it is The Power of Love. This is something I recently started. And this is by Stony Creek, and I love this saying, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. And isn't that true? That is nothing more true than that right there. This piece of fabric is a 32 count ivory even weave, and I have got more done on this. As you can see, I've got more words on there, and then the flowers up here, I just have to stitch in the centers and continue on with this. This is in my top 10 to try to get completed. I would love to get this completed before Election Day. I think that would be a great time to get this done. It is being done in all called for colors, but that is a top 10. My next one is in the bag I recently showed that I made, and it has two projects in it, and these are my Christmas in July projects. The first one being my Merry Mini Surprise Prairie Schooler. I finished one of the Santas. I need to start another one. So let's show what I did. So there's the first one. And I love this. This is called Dirty Linen. It is a 32 count, I believe, linen. And the next Santa I'm going to do in a blue jacket. I'm using different flosses for him. I'm not doing any called for on that one. And then the second one I'm working on is Bridget Gervais' Home for Christmas. And they did this 28 count over 1. I am doing it 36 count. I think it's 36 count over 2. This is the remainder of the American chestnut from that other pattern, and this is where I'm at with it. So it is going to be quite bigger than what they did theirs on. And this is part of my top 10, these two. I don't know how many Santas I'll get done before the end of the year, but we'll see. I don't know if I'll do them all or I'll just do 3 or 4. We'll see. But those are on my top 10. The next one is a patriotic bag that Leslie, Fat Cat Flossing, made for me. We were doing a bag exchange and she made this one for me, and it's got a little moon hanging on it. And in here is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. There it is there. And lots of people working on this one. Again, a great time to be working on it on election year. I am stitching on a 36 count Picture This plus, try saying that fast. Picture This plus Bramble that I over dyed with RIT dye because I wanted it a little bit darker. And I in fact put 2 more stars on this in the last couple weeks. And I really need to pull this out and do a star and a word each week. But again, this is not on my top 10. So next year, hopefully that will be my plan, to do a star and a word and a state at least once a week, and see if I can't get that knocked out for next year. I started this in 2020, April of 2020. The next one is a bag that my friend Jennifer, Stitching in the Bluegrass, gave me. It's a Teresa Kogut bag. And in here I have my second oldest WIP, which is Map of Cochrane Hollow. And no reason why I don't have this one finished yet either. I don't know what's taking me so long on some of these. I have a lot of large projects. I need to stop that. I should limit my projects to, 6 or 8 large ones, and that is it. But I got over half of my WIPs right now are large projects. This was stitched on 36 count doubloon linen over dyed with tan RIT dye. I started on October 1st of 2018. And this is where it is. And this is on my top 10 list. In fact, I might pull this out and work on this tonight after I finish this video. But you can see that I got that hawk done. That was the mega thing to get done on this one. And I need to just continue working. I've been working right here in the middle. I finished the little wagon and the thing, and I want to start heading down that center and try to get that all the way down and then work the last part. But I really love this design. I've always loved it. But it seems to always get kicked to the back somehow. It's being done on all the called for DMCs. My next one is in a Christmassy bag that I made. And this is Mr. Jingles. Mr. Jingles is quite old. I started him 10/29 of 21. He is by Diane Arthurs. He is an actual 3D stand-up. And he is being worked on 11 count Aida because he was a kit that was given to me, and came with 11 count Aida. So stitching 4 strands. I've almost got him completed. There he is. There's the bottom of him here. I need to add a little more to his head here. I don't have to complete it because he wears a cap. And then I'll show you the pattern again, but he has a nose that's supposed to go here. I took it out because I want to make it 3D. So my plan is to stitch it separately and then attach it back on his face. So you can see there's this nose there. And then I chose not to put the blushy cheeks because I felt that was a little feminine and I wanted him to be a snowman, not a snow woman. And you can see I've got all the things to finish him. He has like these dowel legs. He's on a platform. He's pretty cool. I really need to pull him out because he's so simple to work on when I don't have magnifiers or a light, because 11 a count. I mean, it's quite easy to stitch on. But he's not on the plan for this year. So we'll see in the wintertime if I pull him out or not. My next bag was a gift from my friend Victoria, Victoria's Crafty Room. We also did a bag exchange. This is the one she made for me. And in here is my Lady of the Flag. There she is. And I've been working on Miss Lady of the Flag since 9/11 of 2018. So this actually is my second WIP, and Hawk Run Hollow, the map, is my third one. And so this is where I'm at. This is a We the People fabric by Fabric Flair. It is distributed through X Stitchery Cross. I always get it wrong. It's Cindy Sorley. If you know Cindy Sorley, that's where this fabric came from. It is an extended cut for Lady of the Flag, so it is really long. And she is coming along. Last time I worked on her, I finished down here, and that was a page finish. So now I'm going to work my way up towards her head and her crown. But alas, she is not on the top 10 for this year. And I'll talk about my top 10 in my next video. My next regular update, we'll talk about top 10 and what my plans are. That I'll eventually break because I can't follow my own plans. My next one is a patriotic bag, and it's zip front or a vinyl front. And this is Turkey Bay by Plum Street Samplers. And I started this on my birthday last year in December. And this is a 36 count ivory linen, and this is where I'm at with it. I'm doing it 2/2. This is the end of the pattern here, and we're almost to the end down here. We just got to add the water. So I love this design. It is so cute. And the colors just pop off this. This is the DMC. Most of the things are classic colorworks. I decided to do it in DMC. I saw Kathy, Crafty Cat Stitcher, completed hers in DMC, and I love the way that it just popped off the fabric. So that's what I'm doing too. And that's the end of my first bag. So we're going to take a short break, and I will load that stuff back in the basket, get the second basket, and we'll go through the rest. Hold on. Okay, so let's start with the second basket. The first one is in a doggy print bag, and this is my Dushan pattern, my Doxy pattern. It is on a 32 count linen by me that I hand dyed. I started this on my birthday last year, and it is a pattern from Etsy, and it is a dachshund. And I really haven't touched this since my little Festus passed away. So I did a little bit, and then I had to put it back away. Excuse me. It's not part of my top 10, so it will not be worked on this year. Next one is in a ball bag. All these bags are made by me unless I state otherwise. This one is out of a book called Autumn Gathering by Mill Hill. And I'm doing this pattern up here. It is called We Gather Together. And I am working on this. It is a 28 count Monaco that was hand dyed by Rolanda on Etsy. And it's like a moss green, and there it is. So far I've gotten my Indian done and the duck. I'm still working on the squaw, and I got the words at the top, but I haven't worked on this in quite a while. And this isn't on my top 10 for this year. So this will be maybe a prospect for 2025. We'll see. The next one is in my 5 Little Pumpkins bag, Halloween. And this one is Glendon Places, Sleepy Hollow. And I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which is a 32 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. But you will see that my Haunted is more green than gray. And at first it really bothered me. I actually thought about stopping what I was doing and restarting it. But I changed my mind. It's really kind of grown on me. And look how beautiful he looks on there. He just looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to have to pause for a minute. I keep hearing a noise outside. I just want to verify what's going on. So hold on. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what I was hearing, but I don't see anything. So back to Sleepy Hollow. He looks absolutely fabulous on this fabric. I love him. Every time I pull him out, I definitely just want to start working on him again because he just pops off this fabric. But alas, he is not part of the top 10. So back in the bag he goes for next year. And some of these I might pull them out when it becomes that season, but they won't be something that I'm going to focus on. The next one is in a floral bag that I made. It's got my, let me pull this out so you can see. It has my logo on it. And this is a design by Ellen Maurer Stroh. It is a monthly floral series that is free. If I can locate the download link, then I will post it below. Just look up her name, Ellen Maurer, M-A-U-R-E-R, Stroh, S-T-R-O-H. And you probably could find this. Amy Loves Toads finished that one. It's really beautiful. I'm doing it on 28 count 1/1, and I'm still on February. So I'm not very fast 1/1 on these small counts. So this is definitely going to have to wait until next year, and maybe I can finish another one in a year. This project will probably take me 12 years to get it done. We'll see, but I do love it and I want to get it finished. The next bag is the bag that I made. Here's the inside. And this is my Rose Quaker. Love this design. I don't understand why I haven't gotten this one done yet. This is from Stickendien van de Wegenberg. And it is being stitched on a 36 count Winter Moon linen. It is a Swigart linen. And I love this creamy, it's like a creamy white, and I love this fabric, but this is where I'm at with it. So I really need to get this, another one that I don't know why I'm not getting this worked on, because it is a beautiful, beautiful Quaker sampler, and I need to get it done. But it is not on my top 10 list. So maybe it'll make it next year. Even if I did a motif a month, it would put me pretty close in a year. It's almost like you have to have a stitching schedule. Try to get everything done. Sorry, zipper here. This one wasn't unzipped. This one here is Winter Sampler. This is by Crochet A Go Go. Been lots of people working on that one. I'm doing it on a 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. Doing it 1/2. This is one of the few times I'm doing one strand on 36. I normally do 2. And this is where we're at. And I do enjoy stitching on this, although in the beginning when I first got it going, I really was not liking the 1/2. I felt like the coverage wasn't very good, but when you look at it, it really is just fine. It's just me used to being stitching 2. So hopefully I'll be able to get on the roll with this one for next year, because I really want to get the autumn one, which I absolutely adore, done, and I can't wait to see what she does for summer. not a fan of spring. I think the spring one has to have some color changes in it, not just all pink. This bag was made by my friend Kim. We were starting this pattern together, and she made me this nice big bag for this project. This is the Flying Owl. It's a Russian kit. And we started this January of this year, and I'm sorry, Kim, I have not touched this, and it is not in my top 10. So I guess it's going to have to roll over till next year. And I was working on his face. Love those eyes. They just like pierce right through you. So again, something I really need to work on, but working on black, you really have to have the right lighting situations. And I definitely need a magnifier for it. My next one is my coffee bag. And of course, I have my Dimensions Coffee House in this bag. It's one of the few times my bag matches my project. There it is there. It's one of the petite collections. And I haven't worked on this since the last time I showed it. I started this on March of this year. It's on 18 count Aida that came with it. And that's as far as I got with it, is that top border. And unfortunately, this is not part of my top 10. Next up is this bag that was gifted to me from a stitcher with this Teresa Kogut fabric. And in here I have my By the Bay needle art. 13th Colony number 2. I'm only doing the number 2 one because it's got the sailboats in the island. Since my dad loved to paint sailboats floating on the ocean, this kind of reminds me of him, and that's why I wanted to do it. I started this on my birthday last year, and this is where I'm at with it. This is a 36 count Winter Blues by Bestitch Me. And I'm just working on that tree and the sun. And honestly, I can't remember. I don't think this is part of my top 10 either. I don't think so. Fruits of Plenty is in this bag that was made by a subscriber. It's got some, here, I'll show you. Get this stuff out of here. It's a big piece of fabric. It's got little bears and deer and fox and stuff like that. And this is Fruits of Plenty. This is the 2021 Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along. I started this on my birthday last year. And I'm doing mine on a 32 count white Lugana, and I picked my own colors. It is DMC 115 and a couple of reds that match in with that 115 and a tan. And the tan is, see, I'm using 115 and 321. I had another one too. And 815. Those are the three, plus 422 for the tan. And this is where I'm at with it. I'm still on February. And I was enjoying stitching on this, but I'll never finish this before the end of the year. So this got pushed back until next year. And I love how it's turning out. It's really pretty. And it matches my rug in my living room. I don't know how I ended up with so many large projects. My Lord. Another patriotic bag. And in here is Shannon Christine's Rainbow Mandala. And I'm doing the complete mandala. So you'll see it ends here on her pattern, but I'm doing it all the way around. And I'm doing it on a piece of 32 count antique white Jobelin. Started this on 4/18 of this year. And it goes this way. That's as far as I've gotten. I love all the bright, cheery colors on this, and it has beads too. So I'm excited to finally get the things finished, and then I can get some beading done. Maybe after I get Miss Christmas Eve beaded, because this will not get beaded until she's done. Next bag is cornucopia. That's what is that called? Candy corn and black cats. And this is my Halloween piece. It is called pumpkin stained glass window, or jack-o'-lantern stained glass window. This is from Funky Fresh Products on Etsy. That's how it looks. And I'm still working on the black cane. Cane is what they call the metal that surrounds the glass. And I started this in 9/2023. And this is as far as I've gotten it. I'm doing it on a 20 count white easy grid Ada. Oh, that's not right. It goes this way. There we go. So I haven't put any colors in. I'm still working on the black. And unfortunately, again, this one won't get finished this year or worked on unless I have this inkling to work on something Halloween-y, and then I will not start something new. I will work on that. Next bag, another bag I made. And this one is Carolyn Manning's Flower Day. I'll post a picture here of what it looks like. And I'm working this on a 36 count Bestitch Me called Avocado. I started this on January of this year, and this is how far I am. And I think it looks beautiful on this fabric. It just like pops right off of it. So love this, but unfortunately not my top 10. And that's got a lot of flowers. You really would have to do one a day in order to try to keep up with that. Snow globe bag. This is a Dimensions kit. It is a gift from a subscriber. It is called Sunflower Snowman. And he is definitely my winter stitch. Anytime we have snow, he gets pulled out. And I started him on our first snow day of this year, which was January 15th. And this is what it looks like. Now, it was supposed to be stitched on 14 count Aida. I switched to 16, and then I softened the Aida. As you can see, it's very soft and pliable. And I do have a video on how to soften Aida. So if you have not seen my tutorials, there is a tutorial list on my channel. And one of them is to soften Aida so it's easier to use. You can watch that video there, and you can see it's very soft and wonderful to feel. And that's where the Sunflower Snowman is. We're getting down. I got 2 more left. I did a lot with this particular fabric that I had. Made 3 bags out of it. And in here is my summer ABCs. This is the last in this 4-part series that I need to finish. And I did my colors completely different. I'm following the color scheme that My Life with Miss Sassy on Instagram is doing on hers. If you're interested in seeing what color she did hers on, please look it up on her Instagram account. I did start this on June of this year, and I have made some mistakes on this thing that I'm just not going to fix. Each of the letters on here are supposed to be 10 inches, and somehow 3 of my letters ended up being 9. So I'm kind of fudging the little motifs to go with it. But there you go. You can see the America and the stars and stripes. This is all patriotic type. And I'm all the way down with the alphabet. That's why I'm not fixing it. And I still have quite a bit to go. This is the last one I've got to get done. I have a wood, what is it? It is a wood piece. I don't know. It's a piece that I have magnets on, and I stick each season on there. And unfortunately, spring is still hanging up there because I have no summer. And then my last one is in my paisley bag. And this is by Karen Kluba. It is called Winter Sampler, I believe. It is called Evergreen Sampler. This was out of a 2013 hardcover book called The Cross Stitch Christmas by Craftways. And that's the only place you can get this pattern. She cannot release it otherwise. And this is being worked on a 36 count white Lugana 2/2. And this is where I'm at with it. And this is coming out so cute. Another one where if I just did a motif a week, I could be getting somewhere with this. But this is not part of my top 10. And I think that is it. That's all I have on WIPs. I am so glad you decided to join me today for my WIP parade. If you haven't seen my channel before, please think about subscribing, like the video, and if you have any comments or have questions about what I've shown, I'll be glad to answer those for you. Like I said, I have many tutorials in my channel, so make sure you check those out. How to finish stockings, how to finish ornaments, dyeing, how to dye fabric, things like that. You'll find them there. I have a tips and tricks 1 and 2 videos that everybody loved. I will be doing a part 3 at some point. I've got stuff sitting here ready to start doing that. And I hope you will join me next time. Until then, bye.